I'm now joined by the University of Nevada's defensive analyst, Riccardo Stewart. He's called Arizona home for the last 20 years before moving to Reno for this position. He's a former ASU Sun Devil. He coached under Jason Jewell at Brophy last year, and in fact, he's been my pastor for the last 4 years. He joins us now from Reno. When you made that decision, how did you make that decision, I guess I should say? How did you make the decision to go and make that leap to move to University of Nevada?
There was a lot of things that went into it. And I don't know if you even know this, Sandy, but so here's the story. Here it is. Last summer, I'm at a wedding. I'm doing a wedding of Taylor Kelly, who's a former quarterback at ASU. And I was the chaplain for ASU for 5 years under Coach Todd Graham. And me and Coach Graham developed a great relationship. And we're at this wedding, and Coach Graham's out of coaching at this point. We sit at the table, and Coach Graham looks at me and goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "You know what? I'm still pastoring the church." And I said, "Man, I'm back coaching varsity football. And man, am I loving it." And I start talking about it, and he looks at me and goes, "You know what? When are you going to start coaching college football?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Dude, at the time I was 36, getting ready to turn 37. I'm like, dude, I'm about to be 37. No one's going to give me a chance." And he says, "Man, you never know." He goes, "I'll help you out. I'll help you get into it. And I think you'd be great." And that he just put that bug in my ear. Then fast forward, we're in October and it's happening. And all of these things are happening. My wife sees it and she's on board. I got Coach Graham, I'm still talking to on the phone. And so as soon as I knew, I just made the decision. And it wasn't easy. It was an easy decision to make. It was hard to process out loud with those who you loved and who you've been leading with and who were affected. And it was emotional and it was weird. And my kids were crying, we're going to move. And, there's just all of that. And now we're in Reno, and I'm telling you, my boys are doing really well. My wife loves it.
You were still pastoring, and you started coaching at Brophy under Jason Jewell last year. So what did you learn from Jason Jewell, who we love at Sports 360 AZ? We love him. Jason Jewell is amazing. What were you able to learn from him at Brophy?
Coaching at Brophy under the head coach there was amazing. And if we were still in Arizona, that's exactly where I would be, and my kids would be the best human beings, in this profession, and cares deeply about kids and coaches. And he took a shot on me and helped me transition. And even when it seemed like it was crazy to go, hey, I'm going to leave high school and leave my job and try to go into be a college football coach, he didn't look at me too crazy, and did whatever he could to help me out. And to be honest, he was the first person who said, after I'm looking at all these schools to try to break into, he goes, "Hey, I just found out there's some openings at Nevada."
And there is a connection between where you're at and ASU as well, and that's Jay Norvell. You coached for ASU in 2016. What's it been like working with him every day?
Okay, I'm not saying this because he is my boss. I'm saying this because there's a lot of stories in this profession, and most of them don't go like mine. I have been unbelievably blessed to, one, land a job with Jay Norvell as the head coach, because he is unique as a head coach. An example would be, we got up here, and when I moved up here late January, it was just me and my oldest son. My wife and my younger son had to stay back for school and work and so forth. So no one wanted to come up here with me. We walk into the office and no one's in there. It's a day off. And Coach Norvell's in there, and he has a 20-minute conversation with my 11-year-old. And real questions. And every time he sees him, he tells him he's welcome there. And it's not coach talk. It really is that's just the way he runs things, and the way he runs the office, and the way he talks to people, and the way his doors open. Some head coaches, when they walk in the room, everyone kind of freezes up because it's the man, where I think it's the opposite with Coach Norvell.